When you do professional wrestling, it's like a disease, man.
Yeah, the chocolatier, Brasileño. Yeah, to the back with the hat, lean back in the lap, crack the window, hear the soldier sounds and that in the back. Ain't no cat in the hat, just a cat that can rap. This is Bronson, representing Flushing Queens on the map. Yeah, heavyweight primate with a Harvard mind.
I'm George the Hitman. I born in Malta. I was not really good in school, but I was good in sports. All right. Always I like physical, tough sports. Like boxing. I used to box. Amateur wrestling. Always I train bodybuilding. I used to do weightlifting. I won Mr. Victoria, Mr. South Hemisphere. I have the record on the bench press, 400-pound bench press, 500 pound squat, 600-pound deadlift.
My name is Jet Ruka and I'm 20 years old. I work casually in retail, work for Osmosis, and I also study full-time a Bachelor of Education at Victoria University, hoping to become a teacher in the future, travel Europe, and do wrestling obviously in between as well. Look, I always liked wrestling. Like, I watched it when I was younger, but I was never really like into it as much. Didn't follow a specific superstar or anything. Always liked the smaller guys being able to perform against bigger guys and still being able to stand out. That's what grasped me. Initially, though, probably most importantly, I went to go watch a friend of mine's debut as TJ Adams at September high stakes match for New Age Wrestling last year. And that's what kind of got me into the whole indie wrestling scene, and from there on I've been kind of introduced to like the whole world of indie wrestling.
I introduced to pure professional wrestling. I used to wrestle amateur wrestling. My next door neighbor, he was the booker of Festival Hall in the 60s, and I used to walk to go to my mother-in-law, and always, all some wrestlers always, they look at me, because I had a good body. And one time, he stopped me, he said, look, I like to talk to you, and he invited me to his house, and he explained to me if I want to be a professional wrestling, I was a little bit, because I thought, professional wrestling is more hard than the amateur wrestling, you understand? I used to wrestle 7 days a week with different promotions, and,
What kept you going for so long?
Look, man, when you do professional wrestling, it's like a disease, man. Every wrestler like to entertain, you like to entertain people, that's, and more you do it, more you want to do it.
The physical capability needed for for the sport. So I know for a fact that I'm a younger dude. I'm a lighter dude, so I'm going to have to do some crazy stuff if I want to attract the fans. So that's kind of what I'm doing now, working on my aerial ability, working on my fitness.
I done it with a tall triceps, 6 months in the tour. I wrestle every night with the pain, because in wrestling, if you lose your spot, hard to come back, you understand? And look, done it so long because, love to entertain people, love wrestling,
I need to be able to compete for the rest of the boys, and it's a very competitive sport. You might not think so, considering it is, what you think it is. It's fake, basically.
It's not fake, man. We all get injured all the time. It's we do it for the love of it. We all love what we do and that sort of stuff. So yeah, it's definitely, I wouldn't call it fake.
I mean, you don't go to a movie and be like, it was good, but it was fake. Like, look at the choreography of that. No, like, you enjoy the movie for what it is. And there's nothing like wrestling. Like, this is live. Like, you can feel the hits. You can feel the emotion. Like, there's nothing better than wrestling. I love it.
All I want to do is suspend people's beliefs for about 8 minutes. If I can at least make you think that it's real, then I've done my job. And if you don't like it, don't watch it.
For that exact reason, it's also very competitive because you do want to be better, you want to be liked more, you want to stand out more, you've got to be able to develop a character, and that's what I'm doing at the moment in the early stages of my career.
Wrestling of today, more different than before. Before, you need to use psychology in the ring, you need to be strong, but you need to use your brains. I tell you, the wrestling of today is more, I reckon, is crazier, and some boys tougher because they do a lot of crazy things, a lot of acrobatics. The wrestling is good, but the psychology is not much good. You understand? Because when you wrestle and you don't work with the people, you don't work the crowd, just acrobatics. Some people, that's what they want. I'm not saying it's no good, but that's why a lot of wrestlers is getting hurt. You understand?
That puts me out, the fact that I'm not actually your hardcore wrestling fan. So I'm learning literally everything new every single time. And for that exact reason, I believe that's why I'm improving so much so fast. Working hard to be able to improve myself as a wrestler in all different types of styles. So not just focusing on the flippy stuff, because not a lot of people like the flippy stuff. So I want to be able to be diverse, work on multiple different things. Respect is huge. If you're blacklisted in any type of federation, like from any specific booker or something like that, like the chance of you getting another match is very slim.
Respect wrestling is good, because when you are in that ring, if I don't take care of the other opponent, and you can get hurt very bad, man. That's what I try to teach the boy. Respect. We respect each other, and don't, in the ring, when you step in the ring, don't work for yourself. You need to work with the other wrestler, and you need to work not for yourself. You need to work for the people in front, the audience.
So you've got to be able to be humble, you've got to earn respect, and you've got to basically show respect to go anywhere really in this business.
When you step in that ring, you're risking your life. With little mistake, you can get hurt.
So you just got to be able to, like I said, gain respect and show respect to anyone you come across.
It's not only in wrestling, in every sport should be respect. I train a lot of guys. Some boys, they've been on drugs, and when they came here, I said to them, look, if you want to train wrestling, no drugs, try to cut smoking, at least don't drink too much. And I save some few boys, they be rubbish and they become a man. You understand what I'm saying?
Who was it? I'll use Shawn Michaels as an example. Hardcore drug addict, alcohol addiction and stuff like that. And I wouldn't say wrestling basically gave him a new lease on life, because he did basically came to believe in God and start being Christian. Christianity put him through all that. But he also then went back to wrestling and approached it in an entirely different way, and he won multiple more world titles and became one of the best wrestlers ever. So I believe, yes, even for local talent, some of the boys over here, they hate their jobs or they hate what they're doing, but they come to the wrestling ring, they come to training, they work hard, and they go home with a smile up until they have to come back again. So I believe it can change lives, can affect lives for the better, and it most definitely has to me. I've found something that I love doing. I love, appreciating myself as a wrestler and other wrestlers as people, really.
What are your thoughts on Jamie or Jet Ruka?
Come again?
Oh, George? George's the man. He's a legend. I can't believe how much he can teach you without even having to step in the ring. It's just his overall knowledge of the sport and what is required in that ring is incredible.
I started training when I was 16 with George Hitman Julio. The training was hard. It was a lot of fundamentals just drilled into you over and over and over again.
The dude's old as, and he's still one of the most iconic Australian wrestlers. ever, more than capable of, being one of the best teachers in Australia ever. So entirely got him to thank for what I've achieved so far. He believes in me as much as I believe in myself, which I think is a great deal. Like, it's really important to me. Going home every day knowing that my trainer believes that I can accomplish these things, and he pushes me to the limits, and if I don't do something right, he'll yell at me because he knows I can do it. It's a bit of tough love, and that's the way he works. I've had friends come down here and like, oh, George looks like a bit of a bastard, but it's like, he's not though. Like, that's just the way he trains. And if you can't handle that, then you're probably better off training somewhere else, really.
Jamie is good. Always I tell him to slow down a little bit. Good attitude. In wrestling, you need to have a good attitude to people respect you.
Like, if I could, I would like to do it full time, like every weekend, possibly wrestle. I've been international now to New Zealand. Wouldn't mind doing the UK. Wouldn't mind doing Mexico, obviously, and obviously America, another big scene. Try and get my name out there, make Jet Ruka an international, wouldn't say an icon, but just a little bit recognised at least.
One day, he's going to be, for me, he's going to be a star. You know, he is going to be top.